In this video, we are going to check the naming of ketones. So, we will be checking the naming of aliphatic and aromatic ketones as well as their naming through IUPAC system and common naming system. Okay. So, first let's get started with the nomenclature of ketones using IUPAC. So, we can check the rules for that, and we know what are ketones. Ketones are the compounds which has carbon-oxygen double bond and to which the carbon atom 2 bonds are fulfilled by alkyl group. So, generally we can write like C double bond O or R or R dash. Okay, so this is a ketone group. So in ketones the suffix used is on, O-N-E, on. Okay, so functional group is CO group and the suffix is on. So in aldehyde the suffix was al, right? Now what we have to do, we have to choose the longest carbon chain containing carbonyl carbon. So in a chain, if there are multiple branches, we have to choose the carbon chain in which there is this CO group present. Okay, so that is the first rule. Secondly, number the chain so that the carbonyl carbon gets the lowest number. So for example, we can write an example: CH3, CH2, CO, CH3. So we had to number in such a way that the carbonyl carbon get the lowest number. So we can, if we start from left to right, the carbonyl carbon will get number 3. But if you start from right to left, the carbonyl carbon will get number 2. So you have to start numbering from this side. Okay. So that is the second rule. Number the chain so that the carbonyl carbon gets the lowest number. And what is the last rule? Mention the position number of the carbonyl group. We have to mention the position of the carbonyl group. So we can, this point will be clear while we check the example. So look at this: CH3, CO, CH3. How many carbon atoms are there? 3 carbon atoms. And what is the word root? And we know the general formula is that for nomenclature through IUPAC it is prefix plus word root plus suffix. So there are no substituents, so there is no prefix, and word root is number of carbon atoms. So here there are 3 carbon atoms. We have to count the carbon atom of carbonyl carbon also. So totally it is 3 carbon atoms. So the word root is prop. To that prop we have to add on also. So propanone. So this is propanone. So here look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms. So this is butanone. But we have to mention the position of carbonyl group, because here we didn't mention, because the two R groups attached to carbonyl carbon is CH3 groups. Okay, so we don't have to mention the name, but in this case there are multiple possibilities, because carbonyl carbon can be at this position or this position. So but in this case the carbonyl carbon is at the second position, so we have to write butane 2 on. And look at this: this is pentane 3 on. 5 carbon atoms, and the carbonyl carbon is at the third carbon, so this is pentane 3 on. Now this is also pentane, right? There are 5 carbon atoms, but the CO group is at the second position, right? So we have to mention the position pentane 2 on. So this is how we name aliphatic ketones through IUPAC naming. Now we can look at the common naming of ketones. How we will name the 2 alkyl groups attached to the carbonyl carbon, add the word ketone. So how will be it? If CH3, CO, CH3, in IUPAC name it is propanone. So for that we have to name in such a way that we have to write the alkyl groups names, and then we have to add ketone. And alkyl groups are written alphabetically. If the 2 groups are different, then we have to choose in such a way that the 2 alkyl groups are written in alphabetic order. This is just like we have done like ethers. In ethers, how we were doing the same manner, right? So in ethers you can see CH3 or CH3. This is dimethyl ether. In case of ketones it is dimethyl ketone. Okay, so you can just connect like this, so it will be easy for you to catch. So there are 2 CH3 groups, they are methyl groups, so we don't have to be worried about the alphabetical order because both of them are methyl. So we will write dimethyl ketone. Okay, and the same compound in common name, it is also known as acetone. Okay, we had discussed about the acetaldehyde, right? So like that, this is acetone. What was acetaldehyde? Acetaldehyde was CH3 CHO. Okay, ketone it is acetone is CH3COCH3, that is propanone. Now for butane 2-on, the common naming is like methyl ethyl ketone. So here alphabetically we know that ethyl has to come at first position, then methyl, right? But this is less used. Commonly we use methyl ethyl ketone, and IUPAC name is butane 2-on. Now for pentane 3-on, what is the structure? CH3CH2 CO CH2CH3. So there are two ethyl groups attached to CO group, so it is diethyl ketone. So I hope this is clear. Now we can discuss about aromatic ketones. So we will discuss much more problems and we will compare IUPAC and common, then you will get more idea. Now we can discuss about aromatic ketones. In aromatic ketones, what we have to do? Carbonyl attached to the benzene ring, and so that the parent name often includes phenyl group. So what will be the phenyl group? You can just draw a benzene ring. So to this benzene ring, if there is a CO group, okay, and here the R can be anything, either it can be same or different, so I'm just writing R dash. Parent name is phenyl. Now we can look at this example, C6H5COCH3, this is phenyl, okay, the parent chain is phenyl. Then what is left? This is ethanone, right? So it, and we have to mention the position also. This is the first position, so 1-phenyl ethanone, 1-phenyl ethanone. Now look at this C6H5CO C6H5, this is diphenyl methanone. If there are two benzene rings attached, then this is diphenyl methanone. Then look at this para position, CH3 groups attached. Which is para position? Para position is just 1,4 position. So in a benzene ring, there is COCH3, okay, and at the para position, this is ortho, meta, this is para. Para position, there is a CH3 group. Then what is the name? This is 4-methyl phenyl. So this is the parent chain, right? So what is the name of this compound? This is 4-methyl phenyl, and it is at the first position of the carbonyl group. So 1. So we can write 1,4-methyl phenyl. This one is for the position of carbonyl carbon. Then 4-methyl phenyl is for this ring. Then what is left? Ethanone. So this left is ethanone. Okay. So 1,4-methyl ethanone. Now there are some problems. You can try to solve these problems, and I have given answer in the next slide. So first you do these problems and match with this answers. Okay, so you will get much more idea. So try to solve yourself. So this is about the naming of ketones, aliphatic and aromatic ketones. If you have any doubts, just comment below. So make sure rewatch this video if needed, practice the concepts, get fully comfortable before moving on. If you are a class 11 or 12 NCERT student and want complete materials, notes, tips, tricks or live classes, one-on-one sessions, visit our website or contact us through the number. Check the description box or comment section for more details. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.